Well, as you guys know, if you're watching this video, you probably know that Sonic has been using a boost formula since 2008. And also, you know that Sonic Frontiers has came out 3 years ago now, or is it still 2? I don't really know. But all I know is Sonic Frontiers 2 should be on the horizon soon. And with that coming soon, I kind of wanted to get out my thoughts on how I think Sonic Frontiers 2 should really be somewhat of a Sonic Adventure 3. I'm not saying name it Sonic Adventure 3. You know what that causes like in this community. But I feel like it should play similar to the adventure games. Today I kind of be going over what made the boost formula so great to begin with. Also, how I feel it's always been kind of lingering since Generations, I would say. I want to say that Generations perfected it. So I feel that the boost formula has kind of gotten a little bit oversaturated, as every Sonic game just has a boost formula. And, you know, at this point, I think it's time for a change. I think it's time for an adventure style type of game, you know? Something where we can use this open world idea of Frontiers and use it to our advantage. You know, use it to where we can get the most out of Sonic and the most out of these worlds that Sega is trying to make. And my thing with that is also that Sonic recently hasn't been controlling the best. I know Sonic X Shadows, that best control Sonic has had probably since, I don't know, 06. And I know people don't like hearing that, but like 06 didn't control bad. It was just like how the game was made and the glitches and stuff like that. But this is not about 06. Let's not talk about 06. Now, this is not me saying there's something wrong with the boost formula. I genuinely love the boost formula. Love Unleashed, love Generations, obviously. I could go without colors, but I'm not trying to make this a hot take video. I'm just trying to get my stance on why I think Adventure Sonic has the best moveset, the best control, and the best accuracy of the player's input probably in 3D in the series. I don't think that's really a hot take, so I would love to have that control of especially like Adventure 1 refined, retooled, and basically made it to something where I can explore a whole open zone with it. Like, imagine from Frontiers, getting on Frontiers, and you be able to control the Adventure 1 Sonic, and you can use him in like Ares Island or something. Imagine just flying around, just using that momentum. And I know Sonic fans don't like that word. The M word is very big in this community. I've noticed that. And you'll be stupid to not notice something like that. But the reason that word is so controversial and why this word triggers so many people in this community is because people are getting tired of the same old thing with this momentum shit. But at the same time, like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's true. We genuinely need more momentum for Sonic. We need more spatial movement with Sonic. We need more things to not make it just feel like they throwing us in a linear boost style open world, right? Because that makes it feel less like what they were trying to do, a Zelda clone kind of. It makes it less like that and turns it into something that is good. I like Frontiers, but I feel like could be a lot better with the adventure style. And not saying that Frontiers doesn't have a great foundation for the future, because I know Sega's not going to listen to this fucking video and just be like, guys, we got to do the adventure style. We got to do the adventure style, right? Obviously. But I feel like that if they somehow took that route and made this basically a Sonic Adventure 3, right? Niggas don't like that either. They hate hearing Adventure 3. Like, not even Adventure 3. You wouldn't have to name it Adventure 3. But just like an adventure style Sonic in an open world, I feel like would honestly be what they needed to compete with the movie quality and also get Sonic completely back to where he was. I mean, obviously Sonic is having a renaissance right now. He's probably bigger than what he was, to be honest. But I feel like there's more towards the movies than the games. And I don't want it to be like that. I want the games to be so fun that the critics can't say shit about it, that none of the non-Sonic fans can't say shit about it, where they have to just respect us, right? And they just respect what Sonic's putting out, right? And I feel like the adventure style is the closest we'll get to that if we were to do that. Now, there's nothing particularly wrong with the boost style in itself. I like the boost style in itself. But I feel like the idea they're trying to make for a Sonic game, I feel like adventure style gameplay would just make this a lot better. With the M word, of course. But the boost formula was obviously built on like going through stages very fast with very good amount of spectacle and just having an experience that most Sonic games couldn't produce. Let's use Unleash as an example. Unleash just was very good at making you feel fast, right? And making you feel like that you are the fastest thing alive, which is something I think the recent version of this style, the Shadow Generations style, didn't make me feel, honestly. It was slow to like a point, right? And I feel like if I'm going that slow and I'm not having as much reaction-based platforming, you know, that we should just go make Adventure Sonic. Probably, and I'm throwing game here. It's just an idea. But if we made Sonic as fast as he was and all the speed characters was in Heroes, and just gave him adventure controls and threw him in an open zone, I feel like that would be the best Sonic game of all time. Now, maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe that's just a personal opinion. Maybe that's just something that nobody in the community agrees with. Maybe everybody agrees with that. But I feel like if you just made Sonic's space speed faster, made him easier to control, you don't have to rely on a boost. You don't have to rely on a button to instantly get speed, you know? And Sonic has never been boosted to win, no. God, no. I hate when people say that. The only game that was like that was Forces. I'm not talking about Forces either, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. That game's terrible. But besides the Forces slander, I think Adventure Sonic would just fit best in this type of gameplay style that they're going for. And honestly, that Sonic would be able to get the most things out of that style. That's what I feel like. And I just feel like the boost style has kind of gotten to a point to where they kind of neutered it, right? And when I say neutered, I don't mean like they made the game bad or anything. No, Shadow Generations is a great game. But I just feel like at this point, the way they're progressing the gameplay, it might as well be best to just go back to Adventure and just let Sonic be able to control with a spin dash. I wouldn't even like completely take away the boost. Maybe you give him like a little burst or something for open zones and stuff like that. Like the one he had in 06 with the abilities. But he doesn't need to have a hold square button. You know what I mean? A hold R2 button to just zoom through something. I feel like the momentum of the game, if they have it, and what type of terrains you can make Sonic move faster and get off that speed and get off that feeling you're trying to get when you're playing the Sonic the Hedgehog game, obviously. Also, I feel like that the cyberspace levels, I don't know what they're going to be called in Frontiers 2, but I feel like those type of levels would benefit a lot just for not having, first off, please Sega, don't reuse level themes. I don't want to load into a game and play an Adventure 2 level with these controls. I don't want to play an Unleashed level with these controls because it's just not built for this game, right? But that little tangent aside, I feel like the cyberspace levels could be the real highlight of the game. Even though it's supposed to be an open world game, if we go back to the adventure style sandbox, like I would love Adventure 1 style games where it's a linear sandbox, stages, I meant to say stages, guys. But yeah, an adventure style stage selection with this adventure style gameplay in the open world, I just feel like that would be the best Sonic. like I said earlier, boosting and the boosting style in itself is not a bad thing. I love it genuinely. But I just feel like at this point, it's time to just change it up a little bit so we can compete, so we can be at the level Mario's at. That's what Sega's trying to do, right? So we need to revolutionize Sonic in a way that just makes it so much better. And I feel like that would be the way to do that. But guys, that's just my opinion. I'm mainly doing this video for a discussion. I kind of want to discuss with somebody about this. Honestly, I just feel like peak Sonic would be something like Project 06, like a Sonic Adventure 2 type of game. I just feel like that would be peak Sonic right now, as the boost formula has made the stigmatism of the series that is boost to win. And I just hate that people still run around with that statement, even though recently Sonic has been getting a lot of good publicity. I want that to continue, and I don't want to go through another Forces era again. Jesus Christ, please not that. Anything but that. But yeah, man, that's all I have to say on the topic, to be honest, for right now. I'd love to bring somebody on to debate, talk about how the boost formula could easily be used. Because, I mean, Frontiers has already kind of made that the basis of it, right? And Frontiers 2 is probably going to come out with a boost. So, not like this video is going to change anything, but I just genuinely, personally feel that if we just had another adventure-style attempt, that game perfected would be the best Sonic game that could ever come out. And I feel like nothing they could do with the boost formula could top that at this point, because I feel like they've maxed themselves out. And plus, it'll be easier to make the game, I feel like. I know Sega would love to cut corners and not have to design these long, elongated boost-style stages that you're zooming through, which is probably why Shadow Generations was so slow, so you could actually like explore the stage. But an adventure-style Sonic game can do the exact same thing. So I feel like just giving us a spin dash back and giving us that M word that I've been discussing throughout the video will help it a lot. But that's just my opinion, and I just wanted some discourse and discussion. So you guys have a nice, best day. Love you guys. Thank you for supporting the video. If you do, if you enjoyed it, please like it. I'm Walking Lake, and I'll be back with more videos in the future.